Right. In this video, I'm going to try to show you how to do a plum blossom, mainly the flowers and the branch that goes along with it. So you use a relatively soft brush to begin with, and then you need another brush, which will be the stiff brush that comes to a nice point. So this is to do the petals. This is to do the center of the flower. And then we would also need another brush that you can use to do the branch. So first of all, you would use this red here, and it is called on the box here is called 390 Xihong. So it's a dark red. You just squeeze out a bit here. So just squeeze it a bit like that. Plenty enough. Secondly, you need some ink, which I have here in this little bottle. Okay. So the first thing to do is to wet the brush. So you come over here, just dip the brush into the water, and make sure it's completely wet. You scrape off excess water from the side of the dish, and then you go here on the paper towel and then dry it off a bit and groom it into nice shape. Then you dip the brush back into the water, and then now it has a certain, then you know how much water is in here, and then you can use that to spread the color. So make sure it's well dispersed. So you just see what I'm doing here. It's only using the tip to do this process, and right now you can see the brush, the tip has the color and the base has basically is clean. Alright, so the thing to do, the stroke is you push down, and you start out here, push down, go around in the circle, and then lift up like so. Okay. So 5 petals. So that's 5 petals with a little empty space in the middle that you use for the center of the flower. So right now, actually, because I was using so actually the best way to do this is actually wash the brush first, clean everything off, take the exact amount of water, and then take the ink, right, the color, like right here. So now I think this has since only in this case only the tip has the color, and you can see the two tones variation in the color by this approach. So what you actually want to do is to have some lighter color and already loaded in the brush, and then the tip you load heavier color. That gives you the most beautiful variation in the petal. So you go a little dark and get a little lighter and so on. So it gives the most the best tonal effect of the flower. So let's say 3 petals and then 2 petals on the side. So this would be a flower that's kind of on the side. Okay, so after this, you actually should wait for it to dry off a bit, and then you use the brush, another brush, to do the center. So I haven't really let it dry. So, but what you should do is actually let it dry a bit. All right. So I'm able to do this because I have experience with this. So you can just draw a little circle. So actually, what you're doing is this. So a little circle and a bunch of little dashes, and then a bunch of dots like this, a little bigger, so you can see better. So dashes, dots. Okay. All right. So now I just take that, dry it out real good, and you can just do a little circle. then little dashes like this, and then dots. Okay, little dashes. This one is on the side, so that the dashes is only on one side, and then the dots over here. Alright, and then in addition to that, you also should basically draw the base of the flower, and then as if it is growing out of this. Let's say this one base, and then this grows out of, this is the stalk of the flower. Okay, and so what we do is the drawing the branch, which is something like this. The plum is basically like a like the cherry, which is on a tree. So you need to join the branches like this, and you might also, so you join the branch like that perhaps, in kind of a fluid stroke. These dots signifies the resin. So you get the brush has to be a little wet, and then so you can go real quick. So one stroke, right, and then the next stroke, third stroke, go all the way through. Take the darker ink, and while it's still wet, you put these dots on there, and then the dot gets incorporated into the branch. So that's essentially how it works. Just another more indication of how the branch should go. So you take the ink, and just kind of like the bamboo stroke. Remember, the bamboo goes like this, and then you go like that. The bamboo. Here we are just going to be doing similar to the bamboo stroke, but it's not as regular. And then it basically goes from node to node, and you try to vary the length of the branch. These branches off here maybe, and branches off like that. And you put in the flowers like that, perhaps. And this is, I'm just doing it real quick so you can see how it can be done. So let's say put the flower here. I do it real quick. Put in the center. Real quick and real loose. So you're not too worried about exactly how it goes. But it gives you an idea of how things can be incorporated. Okay, so that's in a nutshell the plum blossom.